Hello friends and strangers, welcome back to my uni room. I'm literally here for the next 4 weeks to do my exams and then I have the summer vacation. Woohoo! But in the meantime, you can expect some rubbish videos because I'm going to be too tired and stressed to come up with anything creative. I'm just kidding, all of my videos are amazing. But in all seriousness, bear with me because for the next 4 weeks I have absolutely no idea what my life is going to be like, and that could mean that I don't say anything interesting for a while. Then again, when was the last time I said anything interesting? So with that in mind, I thought I would do a tag video today. This is the Guilty Confessions tag. Time to dish the dirt. So let's get started. Question number 1. What is your guilty pleasure? I'd have to say my guilty pleasure is Lady Gaga. I'm not even sure if this is a guilty pleasure or if it's just a pleasure. I'm a little monster and I'm proud of it. Rawr. Question number 2. Share something you did a long time ago that you're still ashamed of. I used to cheat in my maths tests at school. Mum and Dad, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. But it was so easy. I mean, as the teacher was calling out the answers, all you had to do was cross out what you'd put and put the correct answer in. Sorted! Of course, it wasn't that simple because I got caught and my teacher in year 1 stood me up in front of the class and shouted at me. I've been mentally scarred ever since. A couple of years ago, I actually bumped into my year 1 teacher and she was, being really friendly and saying hello to me, and I just couldn't look her in the eye because I was still so ashamed of the fact that I cheated on my maths tests. How did I get an A in maths again? I cheated. Actually, I didn't cheat. Please don't take away my maths GCSE. Do you know how hard I worked for that? Next question. Share one bad habit you have. I chew my hair. I tend to fiddle with my hair when I'm really bored or really stressed out about something. It's really bad during exam time because I'll be sitting down in the exam hall and writing out my essay, and I'll have my pencil in one hand and then I'll be playing with my hair furiously with the other. The examiner must think I'm crazy, and they'd be right. Question number 4. Reveal one lie that you've told, big or small. When I was little, I was really jealous of a friend of mine because she had regular horse riding lessons. I used to have horse riding lessons, but I had to stop after a couple of lessons because it was really expensive. But I got so jealous of this girl that I told her that I still had horse riding lessons. In fact, I told her that I was a professional horse rider. I even made fake certificates and hung them up on my wall just so that when this girl came to my house I could say, look, I won a competition in pony trekking last weekend. Since when was there a competition for pony trekking? I don't think she ever really believed me. What is one of the silliest things that you have gotten upset or angry over? One time I went on a school trip into the town centre and there's this fountain in the middle of my town. And it was quite a hot day and people were sticking their hats in the fountain. Now, I wasn't sticking my hat in the fountain because I didn't want to get my hair wet. And that was when one of my friends steals my hat and sticks it in the fountain. So I whack her with my hat. I don't know what came over me. And the teacher was really surprised. She was like, Katy, I don't normally expect this kind of behaviour from you. You do not hit people. And all the boys were staring at me like, whoa. A girl's getting told off for violence. Don't see that every day. It's alright, I apologise to my friend and I think we're still on good terms all these years later. But if she steals my hat again, I cannot be held responsible for my actions. Share something you're really bad at. Last weekend, I went to the Isle of Wight with my family and my boyfriend and we played a game of crazy golf. And needless to say, I was terrible at it. At one point, I hit the ball so hard, it went off the course and into a bush. I don't like golf and it doesn't like me, says the girl who comes from a family of keen golfers and is in fact dating someone who wants to become a professional golf coach. What have I gotten myself into? Share something you preach but never do. I find myself often giving advice to friends, and nearly half the time you will hear me saying something along the lines of, it's okay, just relax, stop worrying, you will be fine, you can do anything you put your mind to. And it's all well and good that I'm telling my friends to do these things, but it's another thing for me to actually do these things myself. I suffer from anxiety and panic attacks, particularly around exam time. So for all we know, next video you'll see me running around with an axe murdering everybody. I really hope that doesn't happen, but it might. I really do need to practice what I preach and just calm down and have a bit of faith in myself, because I can do this, right? Right? Have you ever stolen something before? If so, what? I'm guilty. I stole some 1-penny sweets from the sweet shop once. I feel really bad, especially now that I'm a law student and I'm fully aware that what I did was breaking the law. I've always told myself that one day I'm gonna walk past that shop and just chuck a couple of 1-pennies in there, just to ease my conscience. Reveal one act of revenge. When me and my brother were younger, we had to share a PC. So naturally, every hour or so, one of us would be knocking on the other's door saying, "Can I have the computer now?" It got to the stage where we started coming up with any excuse whatsoever in order to keep the PC. Even at age 13 I had an internet addiction, but whenever my brother would ask for the computer I would always come up with some excuse like, "Oh, I need to do homework." And if I heard him coming up the stairs, I'd quickly Google something historical like the French Revolution and be like, "Oh, sorry Nick, you can't have the computer. I'm doing my history homework." And of course, he was doing the same thing. And there was this one time when I legitimately had homework to do, but my brother would not believe me. So he practically bullied me into giving him the computer and took it away. And when I asked for it back, he said that he had homework to do. So I decided to do a little sleuthing. Back then, I had a video camera. Not quite one as fancy as this one, but it was alright. So with my video camera, I snuck into the living room when my brother was using the laptop, and I filmed him on the computer not doing his homework. He was actually playing a video game. And then I took the video camera and showed it to my mother, who instantly kicked my brother off the computer and gave it back to me. Victory! So I'm sorry, Nick, if you happen to be watching this, that I used to hog the computer, but I'm not sorry that I caught you procrastinating. Serves you right. Name somebody you used to envy. I still envy this person to this day, to be honest. And this person would be my best friend, Julia. Julia and me are quite similar. We like to do the same things, we like the same music, and there was a time when we used to get similar grades. But as we got older, I seemed to hit my sort of intelligence limit while Julia just kept on soaring. And before I knew it, every single class I was in, Julia was coming top. The teachers loved her so much that they would print out her essays and give them to the rest of the students in the class. And I was pretty jealous because there used to be a time when people would print out my essays and share them with the class. There was a time when I used to get the highest mark. I say that I'm still quite jealous today, but now that I reflect on it, I think I'm more proud of her than jealous. I've kind of come to terms with the fact that I am never going to be the best at something, but I also know that I am good at a lot of different things. But I'm really happy that my best friend is doing so well. I mean, she's gone to Oxford University. Could she be any more amazing? So Julia, if you're watching this, I hope Oxford's treating you well, and I will see you soon. Love you! And the last question for this guilty confessions tag is, name a mischievous thing that you did in your childhood. I had to ask my mum for the answer to this question. Every Christmas, me and my brother have the same advent calendar. It's basically this thing in the shape of a bell, which has 24 little pockets, and every year my mum buys chocolate coins and puts them in the pockets. One Christmas, I was really young and my brother was in school, and my mum left me alone for like 2 seconds. Irresponsible parent. Somehow in the short time that my mother has left me alone, baby me has managed to eat not only all of her advent calendar chocolate, but also all of her brother's advent calendar chocolate. So my mum discovers me at the bottom of the stairs with chocolate all around my face and a gazillion wrappers on the floor. So she had to quickly rush to the shops and buy more chocolate, because if my brother came home and discovered that I had eaten his chocolate, he would have probably murdered me. Ah, sibling love. Alright, that's the guilty confessions tag. Yay! Who do I want to answer this video next? I think all of these people. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will hopefully see you next week if I haven't drowned in revision by then.